Okay, so I'm back. I went back to my other microphone, the one that's freestanding. So you're probably getting some reverb on the background music, maybe a little bit of the voices, but the sound quality on a couple of the videos with the other microphones was not very good. So I have some really iffy sounding quality in some of those videos. So I'm going to go back to this one. Anyway, time to move on. We're not going to do. We could go to Radra in Westgate, but we're going to go back to my 8 people heading into Neverwinter. And we'll choose one here. Let's see. So, Marin, Elegnar, Marin, Silette, Kodo, Frontia, Yadra, Pink, and Nietzsche. So, in that order. Well, starting from Nietzsche. 6. So, Nietzsche, Pink, Yadra. That's 3. Frontia, Mikoto, Silette. Silette is number 6. Here we go. Silette is wearing a jaunty hat. Oh, why is it defaulting to the strategic thing? Okay, I believe I have everything. Alright, I'm using a shield when I go to melee. Because why not? Let's see. I'm just going to give the Thieves' Tools to Nishka. All the Thieves' Tools belong to Nishka. Oh, Armor of Loyalty. That'll also go to Nishka.
Yes.
That's what you've been using? Wow, I'm sorry, Nishka. I've been neglecting you.
Yep.
Okay. Wait. I can use... Oh, because Sorcerer. Awesome. Okay. Don't think there's anything I need to do. I need to sort of remind myself to save items. You know what? I think there is something I want to do. Do we have anybody that's a decent alchemist, or am I going to have to wait for Sand for that? Yeah, it looks like I'm going to wait for Sand to do that. With a complete craftsman, it's possible to do things like create sets and distill magic items you don't need into reagents. I think I'm going to have Magoth following me around whenever I'm not in combat. He'll probably die the first time we get in combat. I'll just resummon him. It's not a big deal in this game. In the actual game, it's a very big deal. Yes, it's time to continue to Neverwinter. Nope, not leaving yet. Wait a minute. There is something I need to do. How much money do I have? I have enough money. It'll cost a lot. What the hell? I'll just go on right now. I can go get that bag later. What am I talking about, you're asking? There's a magic pouch, which I can use to hold some of the less heavy crafting items. Okay, here we go. Do be quiet, Kilga. Enjoy the waves while you can. I'll say, it'll be nice to travel without being hunted for once.
The shard you have found.
This guy.
Show it to me.
Yes, Sierra?
Zieri.
Sierra? Is that what you sought?
No, it is much more. Forget the betrayer. Forget our vengeance. These shards, they must all be found. Whatever forces you need, we shall grant you, but these shards must be ours.
See, I originally thought that was a
Of course, Sierra.
bad haircut,
It shall
a
be done.
bad hair fashion statement. Now it looks like a bad attempt at Hollywood-style feather headdress of Native Americans. I don't know where they get that then.
Dalrin. Lord Dalrin now, I hear.
Who's there?
Come now. You remember? Has it really been so long?
You... But you died at the battle at West Harbor.
Delayed, perhaps. My imprisonment was most distressing. But dead? Now how could I die with so much left unfinished? And there is so much more left to do.
Okay, so now we've had 3 people identified at the end of that chapter. There was Black Garius, who we overheard talking to the Shadow Priest in Highcliffe Castle, and these other 2 who, only one of whom we've actually met. There's the guy in the
this
shadows.
is Neverwinter.
In the
Suppose it's
that
possible
killed the
for a
Lord
city
Dalrin.
built by humans. Can't say I care for it though. You want a proper city, you build down, not up.
This place feels unnatural. The wood and stone, it's as if they've been silenced.
I wish you'd both be silent. The entire trip was just one long whine from
Oh,
the
she's
2
still
of you.
using a magic
My
cloth.
stomach feels funny. This boat rocks like a baby's cradle. This water is so unnatural and deep, not like the swamp of dead people I grew up in. Not that I've got great memories of this place, but it's home. So, where are we going first?
Oh, do we need equipment? Well, my Uncle Zen should be close by. Let's head there first.
Not sure I can stomach any food yet. A stiff drink and a good tavern brawl, on the other hand. I say lead the way. Besides, I'd welcome a stable bed after being trapped on that filthy excuse for a boat.
Oh, they're just never happy unless they're complaining. Okay, let's see what the map looks like. Okay, the sunken flagon really isn't that far. It's right there. District exit, weaponsmith, city watch, armor smith. Ooh, pretty good alchemy. I might be able to start making some stuff. Spellcraft is used to take apart magic items and get stuff from them.
Yes.
You're a primary spell. You're a primary spellcaster with 0 spellcraft. How
Okay.
odd. Okay.
Well now, what can I do for you? Bit of venom for the belly, perhaps? Or maybe a tankard or two to shave the edge off your day.
Who's the owner of this inn? I'm looking for my Uncle Duncan. Is this the Sunken Flagon? Let's see here. Here we go.
It is indeed. Finest establishment in the docks for a fine tankard of ale and some good conversation.
I'm looking for who's the owner of this inn?
You mean old Duncan? Oh, well now, if you're looking to collect on some debt, I'll tell you that he's a drunk, and he hasn't got 2 coppers to his name.
I'm his niece. I'm related.
Huh. Oh, that's so? Well, sometimes here at the docks, kin come rolling in, strange kin too, and they're asking for all sorts of things.
And plus, you're half drow. I'm nothing drow, and the other half of you does not look elven. So...
Digging, eh? So the time's come, has it? Trouble's chasing on your heels, and you barely know why. Suppose Diggin told you less than half of what you need to know, then sent you packing. Don't take it hard. Done it to me twice in my life. All for good reason. I can probably guess why you're here, but why don't you go ahead and tell me anyway?
When he told me to come, Dagon was a little vague. Do you know what this shard is?
Trace of an enchantment on it is what that eel sand said, but nothing of importance. Probably residue from demon's fire, or maybe wizard magic.
Demon's fire? Sounds important to me.
And that, Sal, is why you are cleaning tables and I own this place. Those shards were magic, yes, a trace. But again, it was sand. And he's a fool! Anyway, barely worth mentioning. More sentimental value than anything else. That really why you came all this way? To hear about your mother? Yeah, your mother.
What does she have to do with this?
Since you were asking about the shards. What, Dagon's still keeping that inside? It's a wonder he doesn't crack down the middle. Ah, but you know, I have no call to say that. I think that's why he buried that first shard, and gave the other one to me. I think you might have been better off being raised by wolves if Dagon didn't share that. There's a lot I'm sure he never told you. But listen, it's his place to tell you, not mine. He'll tell you when he's ready, I think. But it's best you hear it from him. Let's stick to the shards for now.
Lovely! There's something you think he should have told me a long time ago, but you're not going to tell me because it's his job to tell me. Ah! Really, Uncle Duncan, you're almost as bad as Dagon. You're almost as bad as father. Why aren't you giving me any information here? Oh well, let's get on with this. I brought another shard, and it's definitely magic.
You brought it here? Dug it up from those ruins? Now why in the 9 hells would you go digging up the past like that? Look, and listen. There's no good in picking up history's bones, especially where that warlock's concerned. I heard the tales, and Dagon told me what happened at West Harbor that night.
Well, I don't think it's as if we had any choice, Uncle. Here, can I see the other shard?
Here. I've always kept it close for some reason. Didn't want to leave it out of my sight. Seemed unremarkable. But I find that sometimes time will tell. Had Sand examine it a long time ago, but he turned up nothing.
Maybe with 2 of them, he might get a better reading.
Well, it's worth a shot. But don't pay him any coin in advance, that's all I'll say. In fact, that viper would be best off.
Ah, it seems I've arrived just in time to deflect the usual barrage of slander from the local innkeeper.
Awesome!
Sand.
Yes,
Sand.
it is good to see you're still sober enough to recognize me, Duncan. Past the stale beer, vinegar, faint sweat, failed aspirations, unwashed tunic. I thought perhaps you had already had 1 tankard too many for the day, but... Why, your guest here has the smell of a harbinger about them. Faint, but there. I thought Duncan was keeping company too good for him. Now I see I was right. Duncan, you could learn a few things from your guest.
Still passing off those 2 copper fare with the charms to the locals, Sand?
You have no appreciation for my talents, and after all I've done for you. To think you could survive a fortnight without my ale purgative, why, you would be buried in the tombs with the rest of the NwN2 traitors. A betrayer of barkeepers everywhere. But enough about you and your adventurous exploits on the tavern floor. I heard my name mentioned, and oddly enough, almost in a tone that suggested I could help.
This here's Kin,
I'm not really seeing the family resemblance.
and we need your help concerning the shard. Both of them.
Shard? That chunk of silver you showed me so long ago? I do hope you're not going to try to pawn it to me again. I am no longer interested. Besides, as I recall, you said the piece of junk had sentimental value, which upon viewing your establishment is perfectly understandable. Besides, didn't your uncle or cousin or brother or whatever make off with the other shard? I thought you only had one now.
It found its way back, so to speak. We need you to look at both of them again. Properly this time.
Oh, very well. Give them here and let me see what my keen arcane senses can determine.
I like Sand. He's awesome. Oh!
Well, it seems to have some resentment to being scryed. That is quite different than last time. Are you sure these are the same shards? The power in them. Why, it's definitely stronger than last time. Much stronger.
Oh, so now they're magical. I'm not paying you for 2 failed divinations, you charlatan.
It's not a matter of divination, you one-tankard drunk. There is something about these shards. Without knowing their history, even my considerable talents cannot unlock their mysteries.
How could you not sense the magic in those shards? I could tell just by holding them.
Because he's incompetent?
Duncan, the more I speak to your kin here, it's evident where the sense in the family went. Since you seem to have been given all the brains of the family, I'll be honest with you, I don't know. But I do know the shards did not have the same strength the first time I examined them. There could be something about you that causes them to resonate, but I have no idea why that would be.
Oh, so who would know the shard? Who would know the shard's history?
You could try and speak to Algernon, but I don't think you'd have much luck reaching him. The Black Lake District is closed down. Algernon lives in the Black Lake District, you see, and now he's trapped there. The watch has it locked tight. No one going in or out, no messages in or out, even for the nobles that used to live there. Quite cryptic, really.
Why? Wait. Why is this?
I heard about that. Lord Dalrin was killed, wasn't he? I've heard rumors, but no official word of what happened.
As have I. Not only are the Watch not talking about it, but they even called in the Cloak Tower mages to investigate, which means sorcery or demons were at work.
Demons? Closest I've ever come to demons is Dagon's tales about the battles down south near West Harbor, when there was that trouble with the King of Shadows.
Oh dear, not him again. Oh dear, so how do I meet with Aldernon?
Well, if you're not a member of the Watch, or know a secret route into Black Lake, then you're out of luck. So it seems like you have no choice but to let me examine the shards at my leisure. I'll need to hold on to them, of course.
No.
Wait, Watch or secret route? Not bad ideas. Either way the coin lands. Hell, there's Marshal Cormac. He's currently at the city watch post.
He
I
owes
know
me
he's
a
in bad
reward.
need of an extra sword arm down at the docks.
Hey, he's from Fort Locke. He owes me
Yes,
a
I
reward.
heard he got back to Neverwinter recently. Surprised he even made it with the troubles I've heard around Fort Locke.
Trust me, you don't know the half of it.
Cormac's a harborman too. And folks of the harbor are as close to kin as you can get out of the mare. He might be able to take you into the watch. And from there, speaking to Aldernon shouldn't be too hard.
Is there any other way?
If you want to find another route into the Black Lake District, that means dealing with other folks that try to control the docks. Moya and her gang.
Oh, there's an idea, Duncan. They probably were behind the Watch closing the Black Lake District in the first place.
Not my first choice, but if I had to speak to her, how would I?
Well, she's got thugs all over the docks. But finding one who can get you to her?
There's Caleb. He used to try to get me to pay him gold for protection before I told him about the wards I'd inscribed on the building that caged the guardian elementals. Long story, but quick resolution.
Caleb, maybe. But I don't trust that harbor rat to give you a fair deal. And the price will be steep, in bodies or coin. He doesn't like being the only one with blood on his hands.
Doesn't sound like someone we should put our faith in.
Obviously, you've never dealt with the Watch in Neverwinter, Kelgar. Dealing with Caleb is probably our best chance.
Still, the chances are simply talking to Caleb will make you want to kill him, so it seems a clear win to me. If you do speak to him, though, be sure to do it downwind.
Oh, so joining the Watch, upholding the law, or descending into crime. I want to join the Watch. Maybe I can do some good while I'm at it. Where can I find Marshal Cormac? And this is going to get Mishka mad at me. Oh. I need to look up how to check influence. It's a debug thing. They don't actually tell you. You're not supposed to know. Oh, so your save files. Your save files have the how much influence you have. Okay. So, upholding. I think I'm going to join the Watch.
I'm with that. Nothing like a good excuse to knock some heads together and do some good while we're at it.
Yeah, great. I hope nobody else I know finds out, or there goes my sterling reputation.
You can find Cormac in the watch post near the Dolphin Bridge that leads to the Merchant Quarter. He needs help, so it shouldn't be much of a tough sell to join up.
Caleb should be lounging around the corner east along the main road. Just follow the smell. If you want to join with him, he'll probably ask you to hurt or kill someone, so be warned.
I'll mark both on your map. Help you get your bearings.
Well, you can certainly find your way into trouble from here. Me, I will head back to my lonely merchant existence. Should you need my expertise, simply ask. But just in case, bring a great deal of gold as well.